The trip took place in South Dakota on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, where collecting fossils without explicit tribal permission is considered looting.
So not only were they being lewd and gross with everything else they're doing, they're also looting.
The Epstein files are now revealing that RFK Jr., who's already weird, went on a dinosaur bone hunt with Jeff and Ghislaine.
Is that code for something, or like is actual dinosaur bones?
There is a 2012 email exchange between Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. I never know how to say her name. Ghislaine?
I don't either.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine.
Discussing a fossil hunting excursion. In one message, Epstein described plans for, quote, dinosaur and fossil hunting with Jack Horner on the ranch. Maxwell responded.
Little Jack Horner?
Yeah. Everything sounds dirty that this guy does.
Yes, pretty much. Even his friends.
Maxwell says, love that. Didn't we go fossil hunting with him and Bobby Kennedy in North Dakota? Epstein said, yes.
Yikes.
The trip resurfaced during a Justice Department interview with Maxwell. So when they did that interview with the Assistant Attorney General, that was one of the questions he said, did you go dinosaur hunting with Bobby Kennedy?
Dinosaur born hunting.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I did. Great times we had.
Blanche asked, Todd Blanche, the Assistant Attorney General, said, did you go on a trip together? She says, yes, we went on a trip together. We went dinosaur bone hunting in the Dakotas. The trip took place in South Dakota on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, where collecting fossils without explicit tribal permission is considered looting.
So not only were they being lewd and gross with everything else they're doing, they're also looting.
Yeah.
Those bastards.
Yeah. And that's not, you don't go on a dinosaur fossil hunt with Jeffrey Epstein and there not be some freaky discussion about freaky sex with freaky. I don't even want to talk about it because we're going to get knocked off YouTube. Yeah.
You are dead on with that whole kind of summation there because of your summary.
That's one of the things that's just driving me bananas about this is, yes, it's legally appropriate to say, now just because a name shows up in the files doesn't necessarily mean the person is implicated of any wrongdoing. Blah, blah, blah. But in this case,
no. Yeah. If you show up there, sans Jon Stewart, who a couple weeks ago said they just ran it, and it was because someone was saying that Epstein should have like a documentary made, and a Jon Stewart type should voice it over. But if you're mentioned in there more than, I don't know, 5 times,
well,
yeah,
you're emailing and hanging out with the guy. At some point, you just got to go, this guy seemed like his entire world was surrounding sex trafficking, underage women, children. And so you just go, man, yeah, if you were emailing, talking to this guy, you were probably...
Yeah, if you're chummy enough to go on a dinosaur bone hunt in the Dakotas... you know what the hell's going on.
How well do you have to know a person before you go on a dinosaur bone hunt?
I mean, we've known each other for years, and if you were to email me out of nowhere and say, hey, Mike, do you want to go on a dinosaur? I'd be like, no, you can do that on your own.
The answer is no.
I appreciate and vice versa. Yeah. If I were to email you and say, hey, Johnny, I got this great trip lined up. Would you like to go on this dinosaur bone hunt with me in the Dakotas? You would say, no, that's a hard pass.
Yeah, it's appropriate to say, I don't know what you're talking about or what you have in mind, but I want no part of it. Lose my phone number.
Yes, we're never doing this show again.